I'm the Dairy Queen, won't you come with me along the milkshake way? I've got lots of good surprises, fresh and yummy for you every day. There are malts and shakes and sundaes too, whenever you stop. And of course your very, very favorite, the cone with the curl on top.
You don't have to just dream about Dairy Queen. Your favorite Dairy Queen treat is a refreshing reality at your nearest Dairy Queen store.
Hi guys, it's Fiverr and welcome back to another episode of Sugar Candy Miniatures. On this week's episode, I'm talking to you about Adepticon and what it was like to enter Golden Demon for the first time. Now, I'd been to Adepticon last year. It's a big Warhammer convention, probably the biggest in the United States. But last time I had gone to try and play in the Age of Sigmar tournament, and this time I wanted to enter the painting competition. I'm sure you guys are familiar by now with my painting style, and the Strawberry Night that I had worked so hard to finish up was going to be my Golden Demon entry. I was a little nervous to enter it, but I kept getting encouragement both from viewers of the channel, my friends, and a couple of the fellow YouTubers, Lila Mev in particular, said that I should definitely enter it. So, despite my nervousness, I decided that this was going to be the year that I entered Golden Demon. But of course, I didn't want to go on this journey alone, and when I found out that my friend Mark, who I'd been friends with for years, he lives in Ireland, he was interested in coming to Adepticon, I did everything in my power to make sure that he could come, and he did, and I got to show him around. We got to hang out with Trent from Miscast, Eric from Eric's Hobby Workshop, and a couple other people in this back room and just kit bash stuff and make weird things.
Make sure to get lots of shots of me eating it because the comment section loves it.
I'm sure they do.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
What does green stuff taste like, Trent?
It sort of tastes like love and optimism. And slightly chemically, and if you eat enough of it, you have like this clay feeling across your
which was cool for me. I'm not usually much of a kit basher. I tend to have a struggle to assemble miniatures with the directions that come in the box, let alone put them together into new formats. But I managed to build this dumb, tall, weird goblin thing, and I'm very proud of it. And everybody else there approved. We also got to spend some time just hanging out and painting, which was really cool. Mark and I became friends because we hung out and painted in the Goobertown Discord server. So getting to hang out and paint in real life was a beautiful kind of full circle moment. I know a lot of people have those moments at Adepticon. It's one of the rare times where everybody gets together in one space. There's no good way to summarize what a wonderful feeling of community that is. And I think it's kind of funny that in the midst of everybody gathering together and seeing their friends and talking about this thing that they love so dearly, that there is also this heated, extremely high stakes competition that is Golden Demon. Everybody wants to win. Everybody puts their best foot forward. And in the end, there's only one Slayer sword. Only one person gets to walk home as the winner of the Golden Demon overall. And who doesn't want that? I mean, it's cool that they give out a sword as a trophy. It's cool that everybody still holds the prestige of this competition. A lot of people have a lot of feelings about Golden Demon, but I just wanted to see what it would be like to enter it. I think my worries were different than other people's. As a non-binary hobbyist, I can enter my pieces under the correct name. And no one really talks about that aspect of Golden Demon, but fortunately, you can fill out the form with whatever name you want, and you're given a ticket with a number unique to your piece that you can return and pick up later. So if there's anyone else out there wondering if you're going to be able to put your competition piece under the name that you identify with and use, no matter whether you have legal backing for that name or not, you certainly can. So don't worry about that. That shouldn't be a reason to keep you from competing. And I was pleased to find out that I could enter that piece, my piece, under my name. I wasn't expecting any kind of response to my piece. I knew entering Golden Demon that it was very unlikely that I would win Golden Demon at all. I hadn't painted in the style of Warhammer. I have mold lines on my piece. My shading isn't perfect. There is a mountain of flaws that I could point out, but not a single one of those was anything that anyone seemed to care about. When I first took my knight out of the rather ramshackle case that I had brought along. I didn't have a fancy carrying case. I had a plastic bucket with a trash bag over it to protect my knight from the rain and hopefully not have him too jostled as he was brought to the Golden Demon cases. I was too nervous to even properly refer to them as the Golden Demon competition. I kept telling people that I was just dropping my knight off at daycare because that was easier for me to say than I'm entering this ridiculous thing that I've spent so much time on in the most high stakes painting competition in America. But the moment I took the trash bag protecting him off and had him out to show my friends, 3 people stopped by and asked to take a picture. When I put him over in the case, people laughed and smiled, and not in a way that was making fun of this knight. I can't tell you what it was like when I picked the knight up from daycare after he hadn't won any aspect of Golden Demon in an official capacity, and decided that I was going to buy him a nicer carrying case. I had to head into the vendor's hall with this knight, and I couldn't go 4 steps without somebody telling me that this was their favorite piece, that they loved this knight, that they were so happy to see something like this in the case. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but literally everybody was talking about it, and it was so cool. The folks at the booth that I bought a new battle foam coffin for him to relax in were all like, "Oh, we saw him in the case and he was so cool." People wanted photos of him. People said really nice things. My silly little knight was talked about. Somebody brought him up in the Trapped Under Plastic Live, which I was supposed to attend but was busy kit bashing a dumb tall goblin with Trent, so I didn't go. People were talking about him everywhere. And sure, I didn't come home with a trophy for Golden Demon. I can't tell you how to actually win Golden Demon. I will leave that to the very talented painters of this world. But if you just paint authentically from your heart, in your own style, with your own unique vision, you might just become a bit of the people's champion, like I did. I was so worried that I would never fit in this hobby space. I've been worried about that since the very first time that I showed up to my local game store with my orcs who wore little pink ice cream man outfits and was questioned by the folks there as to why I was playing orcs and why I had chosen to paint them pink. Ever since then, I kind of had this lingering feeling that ice cream color schemes were a little bit dumb, and even though I had a blast painting them, they would never be respected. I don't like when people say that my armies are meme armies or that they're a joke, because they're not. I take my painting as seriously as anybody else. I just paint with a different aesthetic and a different style. After all the nice things that people said to me at Adepticon, I really don't feel that way anymore. I am so fired up to paint something even better than my Strawberry Knight because I get to compete against myself next year. I want to see if I can paint something that captures hearts and minds like my little strawberry knight did. I hope that if you're thinking about putting something in the Golden Demon case, that you do. The more we fill that case up with new things, with fresh ideas, with bold paint schemes, the more that people are going to recognize that that's a valid way to paint. It's a cool way to paint, and you should paint your models however you want. There's no barrier to entry with Golden Demon. You don't have to pass a certain quality check to get your piece in the case. And you never know who you might inspire. I had Sam Lenz, of all people, an incredibly talented painter, say that my piece inspired him in some way, which I never thought it was going to do. I was so happy getting to share this night with everybody. I had the best Adepticon. I really did. I didn't walk away with a trophy or a pin or a commended entry, but I still walked away feeling like I had won something. I can't wait for Adepticon 2024. I managed to pick up a Knight Castellan at a pretty good price, and while I am currently crying and working to assemble that because, oh my, there's so much plastic, it's gonna be ready. 2024. I hope you guys are ready for it. I want to shout out a special thanks to my patrons, especially my top tier patrons, Paul, No, and Annie. You guys make this possible with your encouragement. If you want to join them, I do have a patron, and there will be a link in the description. We also have a Discord server, which you don't have to be a patron to join. I'll put a link down there too. I hope you don't mind liking, comments, subscribing, all that, usual YouTube stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.
Say bye, Mark.